Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for today's match race, Secretariat versus Man of War. Here we are on my YouTube channel and the Bernard's Drums Sports Replays. We've got a 1.25 mile match race on the dirt at Belmont Park. It's a fast track. And for those of you who are watching, it's not going to be a terribly long broadcast because we only have one match race. We don't have a whole slew of races to show you. We're going to use top of the stretch. And at the end, the bonus, we are going to use thoroughbred racing games to show you how it works for those people who might be interested. Both Man of War and Secretariat do not need any introduction. They are rated by Blood Horse Magazine, number 1 and number 2 in the history of horse racing. And that's how they ended up here. Man of War, it says here in the Thoroughbred Champions Top 100 book from the Blood Horse, legend, sentiment, and fact, co-author, an uncommon soliloquy whenever the subject of Man of War is addressed. Throw the most extravagant adjectives into the mix, and history need not blink. Man of War was eulogized by his groom, Will Harbert, as, and I'm quoting here, the mostest hoss that ever was. None of the descriptions in more formal grammar that have attempted to circumscribe the fame and attraction, the essence of the great red stallion was improved upon this colloquial gospel according to Will. Okay, I'm not sure if that's good writing or my bad reading, but that's what it says. He was the greatest of all champions. His lifetime record, 21 races, 20 wins. The only race he lost, he came in second in both as a 2-year-old in 1919. He was 8 out of 9, and in 1920, as a 3-year-old, he was 11 out of 11. Secretariat was number 2, and he's also number 2 in the Thoroughbred Champions Top 100 book from the Blood Horse. Jockey Ron Turcotte was in for the ride of his life the afternoon of June 9th, 1973. Everybody's seen it. I watched it live on TV, and I've seen it many times since. At Belmont Park, aboard Meadow Stable's Secretariat, and the world of racing would be blessed with a historic moment that would match the magnificence of Don Larson's perfect World Series game, Roger Bannister's sub-400 mile, Gene Sarazen's double eagle in the Masters, and Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game, coming as it did shortly after Secretariat was featured on the covers of Time, Newsweek, and Sports Illustrated. I think that was all in the same week. Anyway, he won by 30-some-odd lengths, the greatest horse race I ever witnessed. And so here we go. We're going to see if, in fact, they are number 1 or 2. And let's go to the track. We're going to go to horse racing right there. And we're going to go to top of the stretch. Top of the stretch, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago when I did a previous race, is really a math homework. And when I first played it, it was a math equation. You rolled the dice, you added up numbers, and you got a final number, and you know who won the race. Well, they came out with a computer game that is anything but. It shows the math, but it also depicts it on the screen as they race. And that's why I show it with top of the stretch. It, in my opinion, broadcasts better than thoroughbred racing game, which, by the way, I prefer it as a cards and dice game. I like it as a computer game, but it's somewhat limited, and I'll show you why at the end. Anyway, here's the race. 1 1/4 miles, the all-time match race, grade 1, the purse, $5 million. It is May 30th, 2026 in our fictional world for 3-year-old colts and horses up. 60% of the prize money goes to the winner, 20% to the second place. Who gets the rest? Who knows? Because there's no third, fourth, and fifth choices. Anyway, let's go to the race. Man o' War's odds are 2-5. Secretariat 3-5. Coomer, the jockey, on Man o' War, and Turcotte, the jockey, on Secretariat. This is the math exercise you see up here. As we go to all these, it'll stop at these points in the race, and it will indicate another roll. These numbers will fill in, and we'll get a final race, and you'll see the race on the bottom here. So here we go. They're in the gate.
They're at the gate. They're all in line. And they're off.
Man o' War breaks alertly, takes the lead. Secretariat falls back 2 or 3 lengths. They're coming to the first dice roll. Here it is here. We're going to hit continue. You'll see the numbers here fill in as we go. Secretariat's fallen back 4 or 5 lengths as we come to the next dice roll. When I hit continue, more numbers will fill in. Secretariat's closing the gap a little bit. But Man o' War's got quite the lead.
They're at the top of the stretch.
Here we go. They're at the top of the stretch. They rolled some more. They added up some numbers. We are headed for the final stretch and the finish line. Let's go. More numbers will fill in here as they roll the dice. Secretariat is going to lose significantly here. Man o' War puts him away. He's closing, but not enough. And there it is. Final speed, the number was 110 versus 107. Secretariat wins the race time 2 minutes, 5/100ths of a second. Those are the official results. We go to the report. There it is there. Doesn't show anything different. Shows the same thing. That was a quick race. Horse racing is called the fastest 2 minutes in sports for a reason. And there you go. Man o' War has defeated Secretariat. Could have been predicted since Man o' War is generally considered the best racehorse ever. Secretariat, number 2. As a bonus, what we're going to do is we're going to close this, and we're going to open up Thoroughbred Racing Game, and we're going to run this race with Thoroughbred Racing Game. Here we go. We're going to have a race selection. That's not the one I want. Let's pick a race here. Okay, I set this up earlier. Create a race. All-time Belmont Stakes. That's not it. All-time match race. There you go. Man o' War in the first spot. We're running as 3-year-olds. Same jockeys, Coomer and Turcotte. Same graded 1 stakes, 1.25 miles, 10 furlongs on a fast dirt track at Belmont. The difference between these 2 games is this uses the actual track. They do not use the actual track in top of the stretch, but it's interesting. Let's start the race. If you've never seen it, this will be interesting. The field was not found. Okay. How was the field not found? Well, that's interesting. Okay. Do we have to do it again? Maybe we have to put the horses in. Let's do this. I don't play this game that much anymore, but it'll be interesting. Yep. Okay, let's put the horses in again. Man of War as a 3-year-old goes right there. Secretariat is a 3-year-old. There's a 2-year-old Secretariat. 3-year-old Secretariat goes right there. Save the Field. Now we can start the race. There we go. Kumar and Turcotte. Here we go. Now we're going to roll the dice. You have to end it. And here they are in the starting gate at 1.25 miles is in the backstretch at Belmont, and the finish line is right there in the middle. You roll the dice. I'm going to hit the automatic jockey thing, and I will not be riding either horse, which you could do if you want. And it will keep moving spaces. This is very much like APA racing game, but this is the thoroughbred racing game, can be purchased at ASG. The cards, let's see if it shows the cards. No, it'll show the cards later. Do I see it up here? View the horses. Here we go. Here's Man of War's card. You roll the dice. It has the numbers here, and you move accordingly. This isn't a tutorial, so I won't go over the whole thing, but that's how it goes. And I love this as a cards and dice game, not so much as a computer game. Anyway, here we go. Let's roll the dice. Man of War goes from the gate to that spot. We end the turn. We then roll the dice for Secretariat. Secretariat is trailing just like he did in the top of the stretch. There's Man of War right there. End the turn. We roll the dice for Secretariat. Secretariat's falling a little bit further behind, as you see, just like he did in the previous race. There's Man of War. Here's Secretariat. Man of War. Secretariat is a little closer in this race. Man of War. Secretariat's falling a little bit behind, just like he did in the other program. Man of War, here comes Secretariat. Still trailing, heading to the top of the stretch. Here's the top of the stretch. There's Man of War. Let's see where Secretariat ends up. He's dropping further behind. He's down the stretch. There he is. Will Secretariat close? Closed a little bit. Here we go. Here's Man of War. This is either his final roll or the second to final roll. It is just in front of the finish line, so there'll be one more roll for Man of War. Secretariat's going to lose. Here is the roll. The race is finished. No, they called it finished. That was done. He was at the finish line. I guess you didn't have to cross it. You just did to get at the time of this race, 1:58. It was faster than top of the stretch. There's the finish. Let's view the reports. Let's see. Whoops, no, that's not it. Well, we can do it here because we can replay this race. Here we go. Let's see. Nope. I thought we could replay it, but I guess not. Oh, okay. Here you go. Who do you want to replay the race? I needed a double click. As you can see, I don't play this often enough. Right click on the name to delete. No, anyway, I was gonna replay the race, but obviously I need more time with the program. Man of War wins both races. Wins with Thoroughbred Racing Game, which will come to an end right there. Wins with Thoroughbred Racing Game, and of course wins with Top of the Stretch, which we will show you the report right there. Man of War wins. Anyway, thank you for dropping by. In 2 hours, we run episode 25 of the Boston Red Sox Historical Tournament. Hope you'll join me then. Thank you for coming by and watching. Talk to you guys later.